Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. This is a unique segment for me because I am joined by a celebrity. I'm joined by Steve Shyman, the president and financial advisor at Will Save Financial, located in Des Plaines, but serving so many folks, so many happy folks, and we're going to talk all about it. Steve Shyman is the president, again, Will Save Financial, and he is the host of Protecting Your Assets with Steve Shyman. Steve, welcome to the program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Why, thanks. It's great to be here.
Oh, my gosh. So I love to get to know the person behind the microphone. You are really passionate about this. All it takes is anybody having a 30-second conversation with you to know that you're passionate about helping people, again, save, and we'll dive into that. You talk about it on the radio. How did you get interested in this line of work?
Well, that's a great question. You know, what happened was when I was growing up, my dad was a hard-working entrepreneur. He was wealthy. He actually had over $6 million saved before the tech bubble crashed in 2000. And like a lot of people, when the tech phase was ramping up, he had a big fear of missing out, and he took some unnecessary risks. And you know what happened was when that tech bubble burst, he lost 90% of his life savings, and he died just a couple of years later. I mean, it was a financially devastating thing for the family. It was an emotionally devastating thing for him. And then he left my mom behind, who lived another 9 years with the constant fear, would she have enough money just to pay her bills, and how much would she have to rely on us kids? And those were two things that she never thought would ever happen, and they happened to her. So after he died and I had to help her get through life, I realized that there's not too many financial advisors that understand how to advise for people in retirement. And because of that, I started to learn and became an expert in the field. And today, we have over 1,000 clients that we help protect and grow their wealth.
Absolutely. Over 1,000 clients, and you've been helping clients protect assets since 2005, I believe. So I want to understand a little bit more about you and your team, Will Save. And so what do you do, and who is sort of that target population of folks that you can best help in their desire to, I guess, save?
Yeah, I guess I would say that our main target audience is people 5 to 10 years outside of retirement, people that are going to retire in 5 to 10 years, and people that are already in retirement. And the funny thing is, when I present things to people, once in a while they say that they're too old, and that is absolutely not true. I have clients that are in their late 80s, clients that are in their 90s. So whatever age that you work, if protecting and growing your money, with protection being the number one key motivator, we definitely help people, and I think we help people in a very nice, personable way.
You sure do, because you have, like you said, over 1,000 clients, and you have some very, very satisfied folks. All it takes is Googling Will Save Financial for, to see some of those Google reviews and some real life stories where you've been able to help folks, again, save, and again, those are real clients. Steve, these past few years have been interesting. The market has gone down, it's gone up, it's been all over the place. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but you have been able to weather that storm and help clients that probably would have lost many, many tens of millions of dollars. So I'm just curious to get your perspective as we have this conversation in sort of almost the last quarter of 2023. Your perspective of just watching this crazy world, and I don't know, do you have a crystal ball, and tell us the lens that Steve Shyman and Will Save Financial looks at the market with?
That's a great question. I'm looking online every day for the crystal ball. I certainly haven't found one yet. But what I believe is that right now we're living in the most uncertain world that we've ever seen. And yesterday was not as uncertain today. Today is more uncertain than it was yesterday, the week before, and the week before. So, and the year before. And what we believe is that at least part of your retirement money should be safe, protected, guaranteed, and insured so that you never have to worry about it We create individual plans for all of our clients that can help them weather any kind of economic storm and that can help them never run out of money no matter how long they live.
That's so important. That's exactly what all of our listeners are interested in. And speaking of listeners, Steve, before we cut to break, you are no stranger to the AM 560 dial, no stranger to the listeners that may be tuning in to Get Down to Business. Can you tell us a little bit about protecting your assets with Steve Shyman?
Well, protecting your assets, it's a unique radio show. It comes on at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings on AM 560. If you miss it, you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts, or you can go to my website, www.willsave.com, and click on the podcast page, and there's over 200 taped and recorded shows. You can listen to them at your leisure. They're always different, they're always educational, and they're always entertaining.
That's fantastic. Well, all of our listeners absolutely should tune in again Saturday mornings at 8 to Protecting Your Assets, where you get really some free advice, from Steve Shyman, who's been doing this since 2005 with over 1,000 clients, real clients that have posted Google reviews, some very, very happy folks, folks with net worths between $100,000 and $10 million. But we're going to continue our conversation with the one and only Steve Shyman when we return from this very quick break. You can always get on my website, syklein.com, to download our podcasts. And of course, speaking of podcasts, get on your favorite podcast app. Just search for Get Down to Business. Subscribe, rate, review, and share so you don't miss a single episode. We'll be right back with Steve Shyman when we return on Get Down to Business. Hey, we're back on Get Down to Business. As always, get on my website, syklein.com. Subscribe, rate, review, and share on your favorite podcast app. I'm chatting with Steve Shyman, who is the host of Protecting Your Assets with Steve Shyman, which airs on AM 560 every Saturday at 8 a.m. Steve, I know our listeners have been taking copious notes, and I loved our conversation a few minutes ago about talking about the market. Steve, you pride yourself, I know, on developing real relationships with your clients and prospective clients. You're passionate about this. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about how folks that might be tuning in and might be intrigued by this conversation might want to actually get in touch with you.
So if you want to get in touch with me, what we're going to do right now is offer you a free, no cost, no obligation, no pressure meeting with us to help you chart your retirement path future. In order to qualify, you've got to have $100,000 or more saved for retirement. So to get the process started, all you have to do is call 833-945-7283. You can ask for a callback, or even easier, listen to this. You can text your email address to 833-945-7283. If you do that, we're going to send you a video series where you can get to know us better, and you'll get to know how the meeting process works. It's really a great opportunity to learn more about the company and how we work before you even have to commit to a meeting. So if you want to do that, text your email address to 833-945-7283. You can always visit the website, www.willsave.com. There's a live chat agent there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ready to answer your questions. So I look forward to speaking with you guys if what I'm saying makes sense to you.
Absolutely. I mean, Steve, that's awesome. And that is, I was about to ask you about that. What differentiates you from, I'll be honest, there's a lot of other folks that, that promise, again, helping people save for retirement. But you just said it. I mean, the ability to have that free, no cost sort of meeting and consultation, that is a big deal. And, it's, as we've been saying, there's a lot of folks that are out there. And your office is in Des Plaines, is that right?
Right, it's in Des Plaines on River Road. It's actually just off the 294 exit at Dempster. It's pretty easy to get to from no matter where you're at.
And Steve, I mean, in this day and age of so much going virtual, It's interesting. I find it absolutely awesome that folks want to, that you're able to sit down, because when you're talking about, even for that 100,000, which I know is at the low end of what you deal with, 100,000 for folks saving for retirement, that's a lot of money, isn't it? And so having that real in-person conversation and really understanding your clients' needs are awesome. We've got about a minute remaining, and I'm just curious, Steve, if you can close this out by sharing a story, a success story, somebody that you worked with, obviously without names, and why you have so many satisfied clients.
I have so many success stories, honestly, people making sure that their money is guaranteed and safe and it's going to accomplish their goals. The way that I create success is that I get to know our clients first, what their needs and goals are, what they have to work with, and then we define a custom plan especially built for them. Because it's custom to each person, there's so many success stories, and our plans have guarantees and they're insured, so nobody has the risk of losing or running out of money.
Fantastic. Well, Steve, I'm so glad that we've had you on. I look forward to having you back on Get Down to Business many, many more times. One more time, can you share your website and phone number?
So the phone number, 833-945-7283. You can text your email address there. We'll send you a video series so that you can get to know us better and how the meeting process works before you even come in. And the website is www.willsave.com. There's a live chat agent there 24 hours a day,
Perfect.
7 days a week.
Fantastic. Steve Shyman, thanks so much for joining us. That's a wrap for us this week on Get Down to Business. What great conversations to success. Let's get down to business. We'll talk to you next Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on AM 560 The Answer.